next up, we've got Concept Lab's own Seth Bostad talking about the piece. Yeah. Are you sure?
I hope so. I don't know.
Okay, great. Yeah, he's going to tell you a little bit about the piece that he's workshopping today.
Yeah, so I wrote a couple of minutes. The last couple things I've been doing on Concept Labs has been this piece called Useless Machines for Thinking, Dreaming, Feeling, where all the parts were totally separate from each other, so I was more playing with timbre and color. But I'm back to pitch and rhythm with this one. I jotted down some rhythmic ideas, jotted down some harmonic ideas, and then I just put them together without even worrying whether it makes sense or not. So if you hear an idea and you like it, and it doesn't come back, and it makes you kind of sad, you know, maybe don't make it. Let me know after the show. Or if you hear something that's going on too long and it makes you mad, let me know that too. I'm into polling these days.
Yeah, do we have a voting matrix?
That's right, that's right. No, I'm kidding. So, yeah, and with Useless Machines for Thinking, Dreaming, Feeling, all of the titles for the movements were imaginary supercomputers. So like Crimson Dream, Blue Angel, stuff like that. So Ecstatic Fury to me is like an imaginary supercomputer. It doesn't really do anything. But let's hear it, and then we'll go from there. What happens next? Let me just check the time. How long are yours and Maddie's pieces?
Mine's like 6 minutes.
Okay. How about Maddie's piece?
7.
Oh, okay. Wait a little bit then. Ben, it sounds like you were talking about, or just Kellen, what are you talking about slowing it, like a cycle could be much, much slower?
Yeah, just like we just enjoyed the harmonies.
Yeah, specifically, do you remember where those were?
Pretty much anytime we're playing all those
triplets.
quarter note triplets that we have.
39 to be specific.
So like all the times where you're kind of like moving kind of quickly, kind of parallel all together there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is it possible to try that?
Yes. Can we do 39?
Actually, can you play it in time first so we know which section it is? And then just
Try it super
Yeah,
slowly.
39 was
Yeah,
the one that we especially were saying.
So in time, when to go.
Yeah, I think just so we know which section we're, because when you slow it way down, we'll never don't know.
We're just gonna bar.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, yeah, no, let's try it if you can. Way slow. And continue.
2,
Just note by note. Okay.
3, 4.
Sorry.
Wait, by note or is that
Really
the
much slower, like.
ba ba bum ready and play.
Can we try it at the beginning too?
Yeah. There's a couple other spots too.
Or 2.
Just the very top.
Okay. In
In tempo first?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Note by note or is that the beat?
Let's just do it really slow. And
Note by note. Note by note. Starting in bar 2 or 1?
One.
Okay.
Go from bar 8.
That's really cool. I never thought of doing a multi-movement piece where the different movements are the same material but in different tempos.
That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. Cool. I'm good. Yeah.
Nice.
Really appreciate it. I'll take a bow. I should practice bowing anyway. Now you go for it. I'm drinking.
Alright, well, I guess I gotta introduce my own piece. Say, Will, you wanna introduce your piece? Will, I thought you'd never ask. Alright, so this is actually now the concept lab piece. This is a piece that I wrote for these guys, part of their repertoire, as part of the Detroit Composers Project. And that said, it was still, Concept Lab kind of carries through even when I'm not writing Concept Lab pieces. I'm starting to take some more risks on my own, which is, it's all part of life. So this piece, the term skyfishing comes from those among the UFO enthusiast community, let's say. And it's a term that they use to describe the act of just kind of, spending some time outside, scanning the skies for any kind of extraterrestrial activity. And while the piece itself isn't necessarily about, those aliens that they're looking for, it's definitely more about, this scene of this guy enjoying this vast landscape and, I guess, kind of imagining the world outside the boundaries of our atmosphere to be a part of that as well. And so what we really got here at the end today is something close to cosmic pastoral, and that's catfishing.
for his piece. So another hand for Will Rowe. Yeah! I have an overdeveloped hip complex. So we're coming up on the last piece, but I'm going to tell you a quick story. I just did a concert a couple weeks ago in Chicago called Specific Gravity. It was music inspired by the physical sciences. And we had this wonderful podcaster there, science podcaster, no surprise. And we were talking about the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. And I said, we'd been talking before that about how long it takes the light from stars to reach Earth, which is a really long time. So I said, isn't it true that if we did see signs of extraterrestrial intelligence, they would probably have been dead for millions of years? And she said, oh yeah, for sure. Just keep that in mind. By the time the actual Star Wars events reach us, it's a long time.
Long time ago.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We do these Concept Lab series 4 times a year. For those of you who live in New York, the next one's on the back of the program. They're all totally different. I've been to all of them. I've had a piece on all of them. Because another thing I learned about living in New York is it's okay to put your own music on everything you do. Which you would not do in Chicago. You just wouldn't do it. And here, you're a fool if you don't. So, something that Will and I are learning as Midwesterners in the big city. Yeah, and another thing about New York is every venue has to do 3 shows a day to survive, so we'll have to leave here pretty much right after Maddie's piece, because there's another show in here. But we'll go upstairs and we can hang out there, and we'd love to, especially our out-of-town guests, we'd love to meet you and chat with you a little bit. And I want to thank Alex, our sound technician, who does everything we throw at him with the sound. I want to thank everybody, our servers, who take care of her, and she's really fantastic, and everybody at the Rockwood. Hope to see you at another Concept Lab, and maybe Will will tell us, or somebody will tell us something about Maddie's piece, right? The last piece.
Yeah, we're going to tell them.
Okay, great,
Yeah, sure.
great, let's do it.
Sure. Yeah, just really quickly. Sorry, I didn't prepare. Yeah, Maddie Wildman is a great friend of mine, and she wanted to write for a Hole in the Floor Quartet, 4 cellos, and she said she had an idea, expressing her experience as a trans woman, and that the title Always Becoming. She briefly told me, she said she often struggles with, I guess, presentation early on in her transition, and she was saying, you know, I'm always a woman, like since I was born, and nothing before or after my transition is invalid or valid. I'm just always becoming. And she said it in obviously a really eloquent way. But just kind of the idea of this piece, she said, musically it kind of comes out like ideas are just always morphing and always always becoming something else, and the idea doesn't stay its own idea for that long, and it's always going somewhere. So I hope you all really get to meet her in person, because she's an amazing person and composer. But this is Always Becoming by Maddie Wildman.
Bye.